Oh, come on. Alright, well actually I do think I know what I could do here. Oh, we don't need this anymore. We can just update the file name. Which was in the settings.json. How do you get just straight there? Open settings.json. There we go. I'm new to VS Code. Okay, so now we're looking at a different log file, the one that just exited, and it's the same thing. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. So like, cool story. Why are you doing this only in Unity? Like, what is different in Unity? Let's see something about our spatial cheat stuff. Also, hold on, let me finish. Is there any way to auto patch workers and editor reload? Snapshots, prefabs, we're good there. We should be. Build development, build deployment workers. There's shortcuts for both. Let's take that off. So no more auto patching workers. If you're not auto patching, does that mean I can build from here? Spatial worker build target equals development. Let's see. Nope, same shit. It looks like another Unity instance. Oh, you project. Okay, well, it needed something changed, I guess. That's what's happening here. Maybe I'm not doing. Let's see, let's do a clean first. Spatial worker clean. Whoa. New keyboard, who this? Okay, spatial worker build. Yeah, okay, that's clean again. Though, I mean, tempted to just try to reset that whole folder. I think I might. Let's do that. Alright, this is gonna be a bit weird. Ooh, was there a collaborate thing? Yes. Revert. Ah, fuck me. You can publish a folder, but not. Alright, anyway. I should just go back to Git. This is stupid. This Unity collab thing is just dumb. Okay. So I just broke a bunch of stuff, so we'll need. What the hell? I didn't want to get rid of the plugins folder. Oh god damn it! No, it's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I did. It's there. Why do you think I edited stuff? Oh lordy. Terrain components. Oh no, I wanted to get rid of these. This is okay. That was all generated code anyway. Never mind. Where is the shit I'm looking for? I'm looking for standard assets. Here we go. So let's restore this stuff. Not even gonna get close. Really revert, yes. God, this sucks. Especially knowing that it just uses Git, and I could just probably just like do it in a second from the command line. They use Git on top of Active Collab, I should say. So I don't really know if I could do it from the command line, but if it was using Git, then yes, I could. Okay, anyway. That get the whole folder in there? That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, okay. So just generated code. Oh, that's awesome. That worked really easily. So we should have standard assets and a lighter set. Just the stuff that we need for Unity, but it is missing some stuff that is useful here. So we can get that here probably. Let's see, assets. I mean, vendor assets, standard assets. Admittedly, there's a few things. Characters. I just don't want to run over the stuff that we used. Characters, definitely. Cameras, definitely, although it wasn't prefab, but there were scripts that we might have used. I was pretty good about moving all of the scripts. 2D we don't need. Effects does not count as animations. So this is stupid to me. Cameras, characters, cross-platform input. Don't think we use any of that. Let's copy the stuff. If this doesn't work tonight, then tomorrow I'm just gonna start fresh and just like not copy paste. I could reset the whole. Can you reset in one fell swoop? I really hope. I'd be really annoyed if you couldn't. All right, hold on. What do I need in prototyping? Anything here? Models, cubes,
Hello,
platforms, steps,
all
walls, stuff like that. Okay.
Options.
Navy grid might be useful,
Environmental
but
tab.
anyway. Error, typer namespace, cross-platform input does not exist, so you rely on some other shit. Alright.
You have a color down. It's dark.
Hey,
Studio hide about this.
What else? Typer namespace. Why can't I? Fob kick. Lerp controlled bob. Head bob. That's the first person character, which I don't really care for, to be honest. For this project. Okay, and then we're back to possibly presentable. What are they complaining about? What damage object is assigned, but its value is never used? Are they talking on line 71? This, else, create damage object. Oh. Okay. Would this be fine? No. It's for a warning. A warning should not cause anything that's big, such as a worker not being able to just load, right? People, right?
Transmitir agora se quiserem também, só para questões de teste. Eu vou deixar na live já para poder tirar esse branco, esse light, isso aqui, vocês têm que colocar um código. Não tem problema. Eu vou dizer, não tem problema. Você pode estar dizendo aqui cor, tamanho, fonte, vai do critério de vocês aí. Aí vocês vão testando e ver a melhor, testando aqui, quiserem. Na descrição do vídeo, esse site, aí vocês...
Only assignment call and new can use the statement. Alright, folks. That really shouldn't be causing the big showstoppers that it is. I mean, none of this stuff is in the game. Just being in the build really shouldn't affect it. And it doesn't. We can... Let's see, this is generated code. We can build it outside of Unity and everything works fine. I guess one thing that we could do is just some kind of shit test to make sure that it is actually building. So let's create a 3D sphere that'll just be in the center of the area where you start around. So this will be the player creator, I guess. Whoa. Accidentally deleted. Okay. So... try this all over again. Scheme is fine. Prefabs, why not? Let's try to rebuild you. Keep an eye on our log. Failed to download worker from trying to start managed worker. Who's start managed worker? What the starting one new what the what? Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Yes, please terminate that job. Oh fuck, why am I typing in yes into a log? Motherfucker. So that should have broken a bunch of things. Let's clean up those prefabs again. And let's build. Okay. Without a server hanging out in the background. Jesus. Like, I'm trying to figure out an environment for all this too that would work. I would love everything to be contained within VS Code and Unity. And I would like for logging for everything. And so far I've been able to get close to that. So that's good. Okay. It does build so much faster in Unity. Oh well, that's the prefabs. I shouldn't be nervous about that. It's fine. Just clean up our workers. Okay. Hey enemy, how are you? Hope you've been well. Trying to slowly get around to movement stuff. Client-side interpolating with a little bit of a security check and all that, but I can't get there until this thing starts building. Hope you're well though. Hope you in your life has no build issues. Everything builds fine in your life. And not just when you close Unity and run up the command line. Alright. I think that means everything's done. I would really love like just a thumbs up somewhere from this thing when it's done. Like I guess it says something. Enable control rig null. Here's a null reference exception, folks. But that's okay. So let's rebuild a worker. Or I could just look into this. Who is anybody using you? Is this just like a code check? Again, I don't think anything I'm using is using you. Mobile control rig, cross-platform input. Could we just get rid of you? Scripts. really cool. This would be for a camera. Okay, let's go back here. Let's clean up our workers. We get that C# kind of warning, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, if I have to fucking close Unity to build everything, I'll do it. I'll do it. And that's the next thing I'll try. Just see if the ball will show up. I should also be checking out the log file. Probably just finished up. Or it's still doing stuff. No, it was finished. Okay. What's in our console? Anything interesting? Finish building players? No? Nothing interesting. Let's try to run it. Failed to run. Okay. Let's try to run it outside of Unity, maybe. Spatial local launch. Spatial diagnose. Let's try that. See if it can tell me why it's fucking up. It's not what I wanted. There we go. So it succeeded. It didn't have anything bad to say about spatial. It's got a redistributable, network access. Everything is groovy apparently. Spatial local launch. Spatial prepare for run. Spatial, what about spatial clean? Is there just an overall clean? Okay. Spatial worker build. Let's see. This is the part where I need to close Unity. Yeah. Alright, folks. Let's close Unity. It's not a long-term approach that would work. It's gotta be something dumb that I'm doing. And it could very well be code related. But like, I would like some more, maybe talk about that. Well, these are warnings that really shouldn't mean anything. Bad. Good, it's taking forever to close Unity. It's a good sign. Folks, everything's fine. Wow. Is it even closing Unity? Like, is this even happening? Okay. So now that's closed. Hopefully we can build everything. And really just, this is the test to see that we can build at least outside and it'll reflect the changes that we made. Because we did save that sphere in the center. So links through my files doesn't like that. Doesn't like that I just make a damage object without using it. The net member doesn't like to. Does not hide an inherited member. The new keyword does not require two little warnings. Kind of. Damage creator. I don't really need like either of these files. Like both, like what I was doing was just like taking stuff from my other project and moving it in. If they're causing, if they're the offenders, I'll get rid of them. I just need the movement stuff, really. The targeting stuff. And if I can just get the whole target-based movement thing working locally. Then I can make a new component to send over a vector to, which would be the best of the new target. Then just update that. I suppose I'd be limited to 15 frame rates just by the nature of the thing. Just 15 frames per second on that. So every 15 frames, send a signal to the server about where the target is, or whenever the user moves it. Anyway, in theory, things should work out fine. Okay. So the first was a Unity client. Now we're building Unity worker. See, like, I feel like something's being skipped on the Unity side. Like, it takes so much longer to run it from the command line. I wonder if there's just a way to, like, tell Unity to chill. Like, leave the app open but not connect it to spatial somehow. It could, of course, all be some dumb misunderstanding. Okay, so see, everything worked. Local launch. Let's try to start things up. Do we have our... Nope, we don't. Local host, and try to hit this. Okay, our web server is up. It's connecting to something, so it's ready to access. It's connected. No workers. Okay. Okay. No, never mind. We have a worker. I'm sighing because things work. At least if things didn't work, then it wouldn't be a inconsistency with Unity and the build tool. Spatial local worker launch. We didn't say everything. Client. Default. Let's see, if this worked, I should see a circle in the middle of the game. Yeah, okay, so it rebuilt everything. Like, it rebuilt appropriately. This even has a collider, which is great.
Randy here.
But, like...
Log in, select YouTube, choose access. Click the gear icon.
Frustrating.
Dashboard, you'll need to scroll down to where you see encoder setup URL. Both stream instead of YouTube gaming and
while Unity is running. Like, that sucks. There's gotta be something to do about that. Like, I can't, that's not a development cycle that's gonna work. Make changes in Unity. Like, it's bad enough I have a whole separate build thing. Oh, well, actually, let's see. So now that I have a server running on the side, can I run a client in Unity and connect to that server? I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, it's fine. I really wanted to have... Oh, did we not disconnect that server? Do we still have it running? Do we lose our disconnection code? Like, what is this for? Oh, well, there you go. It's quite a while after the heartbeat to kill him. A bit weird. We could start a new person here. Make sure the whole shebang works. The collisions all transfer well. Like, there's no weirdness there other than the choppiness of the thing in general. Treat the ball as alright. Anyway. So, yeah. Now let's make a change where we want to change some things. Let's change the sphere size, I guess. Let's make it an oblong shape. That'll work. It's going to require a rebuild. If I wanted to just load it here. So this definitely wouldn't work now, right? Because we don't have a server running. Let's see if it just tells me no. Yeah, okay, it says no. Well, great. It didn't like that. And I wonder if this is a step where it really just, like, if it doesn't, if it gets mad that I rebuilt something outside and only like halfway. That could be a thing? I don't know. I really don't know. Let's try to build these workers here. Okay. Finish building players. I'm guessing those are the workers. Which seems fine. Then you should be able to run, right? Like this should be able to run. Launch. Okay. Following worker configuration is not. We saw that all earlier and it wasn't really a big deal. One new managed workers. Okay. It says so. Well, that's what it says. And here, yeah, no worker found. Connected. Oh wait, worker. No, we got here. Okay, hey. Let's go see if our shit is oblong. Chilling with Corbin. What's going on, my dude? I am just chilling. I'm trying to get this multiplayer backend to kind of work. And it looks like it did. Well, the working part's been okay so far. I mean, it's the build process that's been a little bit tough. So, it looks like I don't know what I did, but now it's working better. I think maybe I just needed to, you know, restart it, as they say. I hope you're doing well, chilling, or Corbin. I'm glad to have you back. All right. So great, we're back to working stuff. So okay, that feels good, or gooder than it felt a while ago. Stop watching that file. We'll just watch the Unity log now. Like I like VS Code, and then I kind of feel like it's dodgy. But okay, so we know this works found. That's fine. We can maybe even commit imports assets from Space Diablo without applying them, and that is going to be the next step. I'm gonna take a quick break to run the bathroom. Give me like 3 minutes, and then we'll get back and try to actually apply some of the player movement systems that we had in the other game, because I think that should be approachable now. And then we can change the whole way movement happens in this app. It'll be fun. Alright, be right back. Anybody out there? My internet went out in the middle of streaming. I don't know. I don't know if this shit works. I don't know how this shit works. Alright, well. If you are out there, let me know. So I can know. You know? Alright. Strap in, let's see if we can get some more done. Looks like maybe just restarting Unity when there are build issues might be a solve, and then, you know, I'm okay with that. So what would be the next step? We've imported the files in, and that's good. We have a lot of prefabs. We should have the character. So-called Ethan. And now we can maybe start replacing stuff. So the big thing, or one of the big things that I want to try to check for is to make sure that things are the same across. Wait, was chilling with Corbin still here? All right. Cause yeah, my internet legit went out like while I was taking a break, and I kind of just shrugged it off and figured it would come back on if I went to the bathroom, and it did. It did. All right, so we're gonna keep our player. Oh, this is this one. Let's keep this as our player that has Spatial OS set up. And now let's move in. Let's go to our prefab for new player, and let's match up some shit. So all of this is our shit. We don't need an audio source. We don't need audio sources. We don't need reapply shaders. Handle client connection. Really? I'm just surprised this is here. Let's go check it out real quick. We're here. Alright, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it, y'all. I think it might be this Wi-Fi extender thing that I use to extend my Wi-Fi to the, you know, other areas of my living area. And I feel like that might just like fuck with my internet every now and then. Like one too many IPs being assigned and something just kicks over in this dumbass cable company router. I don't know, folks. What's this do? This is the handle client connection. So on enable, this will run the heartbeat. So since it represents the player, this is why they set up the heartbeat on the player object. I'm fine with that. The player is going to be represented. Makes sense. It does. Like later on in different games, it may be better to have it just as like something that exists somewhere else, like an empty game object. Because like, what if you wanted to change the player or something? All this is really doing is setting up a disconnect, a response to the heartbeat command, and then setting up a heartbeat coroutine, which is, I'm guessing, repeatedly gonna send out a heartbeat. And if the server doesn't get the heartbeat, it will destroy that entity. Excuse me. And I do hope there's a way to turn that off. I can't imagine there isn't. But because it's Unity, I would like to be able to pause. Last time I tried to pause, it kicked me out because I'm a worker. How big is your apartment that you need a Wi-Fi extender? It's not even that. Like, I'm under 600 feet. It's just that the walls are super thick. RIP Vin. What's going on, Vencers? Just for a little bit, just when I'm not doing web development. Enemy, I'm still got about, you know, 550 square feet here. Don't get it twisted. It's just the walls are very thick, and the Wi-Fi doesn't transfer well through the walls, so that's why I have the extender. It's not truly a space issue. It's more just a dumbass Wi-Fi setup, which I asked for. In retrospect, I would have asked for the cabling to go over there. Anyway. It's the one thing I can grouse about in life. It's a space. Let me tell you, folks, I'm probably just gonna keep getting tighter. With all the decisions I'm making as an adult, my living spaces are just gonna keep getting tighter and tighter. I think I'm okay with that. So yeah, we're gonna need handle client connection. Doesn't really need any arguments or anything, so it's cool. Handle client, let's add it. Transform receiver, we're not gonna add. This is the thing which gives it the herky-jerky kind of motion. Because it's just literally taking every transform update on the server. No interpolation, just saying go there and rotate this way. So we're not going to use this. We will have to look into this to, well, do we? No, it's literally just reading. Like, we'll never have to read from the position component to position the player with the way we're setting this up. We will use that data to reconcile whether or not we should move, given where the client tells us we're moving. Which I don't know if we'll really, like, prevent cheating, but I don't really know what cheating would be in this game. I feel like we'd just be sending this, chucking snowballs a whole bunch. I feel like I'm not going to worry about cheating immediately, beyond just some simple validation. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Handle client connection. We've added that. Transform receiver, we don't need it. Camera enabler visualizer. What? So this is just on the client. Clients will only have write access for their own designated playership entities client authority check component. So this model behavior will be enabled in the client's designated playership game object only on the game object of the playership. Sorry, so that's how you assign it to this user or anything, or this the writer is only going to be available to that user and include this. Which is weird. Like, if I didn't include this, would you just get every one? I suppose that's exactly what you would get. Okay, anyway. So this is what's telling it to look at us. This is what's holding the camera on. And I think this would just work the way I'm reading this, right? Like on enable, you just pass in this game object and the transform, more specifically, and you look at it. And then the camera is just set to look at this transform. We obviously have our own camera, but like let's, for the sake of continuity with this project, let's put this on here for now, because it looks pretty straightforward. Camera enabler visualizer. Alright, send client connection. Also feels pretty important. Send client connection. We get the client authority check writer, which is used for our heartbeat stuff, I believe. On enable, we unload a scene asynchronously, the splash screen. So this is something we'll need. And the heartbeat, this is sending the heartbeat. Sending heartbeat is happening on a timer, the coroutine timer. Well, like, what is the difference then between handle and send client practically? On enable. So this is responding to whenever I get the command for disconnection, and this is the response for whenever you get the heartbeat command. So this actually makes the heartbeat request. Yes. Okay. So yeah, and this is on the worker side, right? Okay, cool. This is on the player side. This is the worker side. The client side makes the request. The worker side is set up to receive it. Okay, so this is the part that makes the check. And on disconnect client, delete player. And who's calling delete player entity? So yeah, cool. Check heartbeat. If there are no more heartbeats remaining before timeout, is that a default? Are you looping over something? Like check who's calling this. Okay, so this is being called continuously. Client connection writer. That writer is, it's required. Should be every client connection, or just like how would it distinguish between every different client? I guess it's just how it works, because they're all connected to the same client connection, rather, is the same component. So everyone that would write to it could be a client because they're writing their client connection. Okay, that makes sense. So, and then this is how you delete an entity. Okay. So yeah, this is just reading the heartbeat system, how it knows to kill people after if they don't register. Like if it doesn't send any of this stuff, the heartbeat, it will destroy the player on the server, because it's gonna. This is how it checks whether the thing is up or not. It's checking the heartbeat. I feel like it's obvious, and I should probably stop talking. Let's see. Camera enabler visualizer was necessary. Send client connection is necessary. So on anything that is like, hey, I'm representing the player, or somewhere, you will need, and probably most conveniently, the same game object being sending your client connection as well as handling it. And then there should be a reference to your player or whatever you'd have to remove if they were to disconnect. In this case, just having it on the game object makes sense. I do find it a bit cluttery, so I kind of like I think I'd make a separate game object and just adjust the script to take in an argument and put the player in that way. It's not really a big deal. I should really just whatever. All right. Ship movement. Nope. Mute. Won't need you. Cannon. Mute. 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 No. Okay. So we'll have the other input controller, right? We have player input controller on this, or no, we have it on the target, correct? And this follows the target. So there's a few things that we need to do. So a few things that we need to do specifically to get stuff to work. But let's see if currently this thing's called player. Let's see if we can just swap these in now that we have all the scripts matched up. So we're gonna not have old player. Let's see how much she's in with the rigid bodies real quick. So, oh, use gravity's off on this. Interesting. Excuse me. Okay. Wait, player, old player. I was reading it here. Sorry. That's what fucked me up. I don't know. Old player. Rename it to just player. Okay. Save. Put you back here. Let's move you back here. My controls may not work immediately for a lot of reasons too. I didn't really change up the axes or check those. They don't have the same names, so we have some other work to do. Okay. So we still have a server running. Let's stop that server. We made a pretty big change. We changed the prefab that loads in as to represent the player, and we shouldn't have any controls on it. So that's the prefab changing. So let's build just that prefab. And then if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I need to rebuild a worker. Okay, also I would like to see this. Is it done? Okay, looks like it hit that done point. Let's try to run from here. Let's just see a stable server-side worker first. I do really like VS Code though. I might even think about working on with it more for other projects. Okay, so scheme is loaded. Worker 0 is up. Worker 0 is still up. That's good. Let's load up the client here and try to connect to our server. Well, the camera's all fucked. I'm getting like a bunch of errors, just all sorts of null reference errors, which makes sense actually. So job's done. I'm gonna go home. Money is gonna just start pouring in. Let's see, that's good. Why can't I see the player? Is it like falling? Oh, there was gravity, huh? Why can't I see like a Y value just constantly falling then? Should I see that here? What does this look like? Player, can I see the entity stuff? View this, hide entity, no. This. Great, color picker. Postal rat. VS Code was made for React and TypeScript. It looks like it was made for a lot of things. I would argue with you there. I think it's made for quite a few things. It's working nicely with C# and Unity. But yeah, I think it would be very nice for my JavaScript project as well. But I'm just kind of stuck on Vim for that. I just feel like you would be telling me if you were falling. And it sure is acting like it is. Anyway, lots of errors, folks. Let's disconnect my client. Still getting errors here. Okay, nope, chilling, slowing down, I think. Okay, but we have a lot of errors here. AI character control 31. So we have probably some things that just are referencing things that aren't in existence. And I imagine